Good afternoon and welcome to the executive session for Senate Transportation Committee. I would like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Senator Fenton, would you please do us the honors?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to start with Senate Bill 81, if someone would like to make a motion or discussion.
I move ought to pass on Senate Bill 81.
We need to have a motion for executive session first, then we can do the motion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zach. I'm over Zach.
I second.
There you go.
Now I move to ought to pass Senate Bill 81.
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Consent.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll move Senate Bill 81 to consent, 5-0.
Who's gonna take that out, Senator?
I can take it out.
Okay. I'd like to move to discuss Senate Bill 118. Do I have a motion?
I move out to pass.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Does anyone want to speak to this at all?
Consent.
Oh. It's this is the,
I know, but I mean, I can't, I'm filling up the first one here to
oh,
get that thing done. And I still haven't had a chance to look and remind myself what that thing was all about.
okay. Should we pause?
She
Okay.
can't hear me.
SB 118 is requiring children under the age of 2 years to be restrained in a motor vehicle.
Okay, that's your bill.
So,
I can certainly discuss it.
well, I thought you just wanted to, I thought you had just wanted to discuss it a little. I didn't know if you're in favor. I was just trying
No,
to.
no, I want to discuss it. I will vote in favor of it. We had a study committee when we looked through this whole thing, had all kinds of people coming in, giving us data, giving us demonstrations. And at the end of the result, or the recommendation was there was really nothing that needed to be done because there was almost no problem whatsoever. But at the hearing, I realized that a lot of people who are very emotional, even if it's one kid who is at risk, it's worth having a law that everybody should be in it. I just want to say that, so.
Okay. So
We
now,
have the motion of ought
thank
to
you.
pass.
Second.
okay, all in favor of ought to pass on SB 118?
Aye.
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 Move consent?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Jeez.
I'll let Senator Fenton take that out
I'll take it out.
because I think that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready? Is everybody ready? Okay. SB 187, and I know we have an amendment, so I'd like to see maybe a motion to,
Excuse me, I don't think we have an amendment on that yet, do we?
oh, I thought I saw that.
No.
No.
not On this one.
Okay,
If I may, Madam Chair.
Please.
I'll tell you where
Senator Waters, your microphone.
Oh, sorry. Had considerable discussion with Director Marashko and with Jeff Overdink. Long discussions last week, or week before last. And they were going to look at what the other states are doing. And Director Marashko had a long talk with Homeland Security and with the consular staff. And it still seems to me, I mean, it seemed to me that we had come to some sense of what might be done, but I haven't heard back. I just called the director before it came in here. So if we can wait further, and if they can come up with some language, fine. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a dead end. But I think we ought to do something, but we need for them to figure out what they're willing to do.
Thank you, Senator Waters. I agree. I would like to see it pass, but we need to fix that one
Yeah.
issue. So we will hold off on
Thank
execing.
you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. If I go too fast, just tell me. I was thinking we would exec Senate Bill 188 relative to catalytic converters. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, ought to pass?
Yes.
Okay,
Second.
Second.
any discussion or anything? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Move consent?
Move consent.
Second.
Okay. Who would like to take it out?
I'll take it.
I know, that's 3 for 3, okay.
I,
We're gonna
sorry, I
vote.
just, do we vote on consent?
yes.
Do we do 5-0?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to double.
Okay, yes.
We're,
We did
we're
it-
going really fast with
Yeah,
this
we did it
transportation,
silently.
right?
We silently thought.
We're a
We thought
well-oiled
consent.
machine.
Just
You
wanted to
know,
double
so-
check. 'cause I'm-
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah, we're just moving along here. Did you-
Oh, you know what? There was.
I move to reconsider.
Seconded.
We're reconsidering, we vote,
Yeah.
so then he can
What
bring
was-
the amendment.
All
in.
right, so yeah,
Yeah, let me pull the cat
Well,
amendment language.
let's see.
So let's vote I move to reconsider.
Catch, Tom.
Second,
Which one, 186?
188.
Uh, 0215. All right, so I move to adopt amendment 0215.
I've not seen that.
I introduced, or we can talk about it. And I'd like to talk about the amendment. We introduced it to deal with the salvage yards because the licensed salvage yards, because they take in complete cars. Yeah, so they were concerned because they were going to get unintentionally affected by this because, you know, they do take in catalytic converters, but they're part of a car. So the amendment reads, licensed vehicle salvage yards shall be exempt from the provisions of this section if they take in a full and complete car and not pieces or parts of a car related to the sale of a catalytic converter. Just to clean it up a little bit, yeah. And that is amendment 0215.
So I'll move the bill ought to pass,
and I'll second that,
and then I'll move the amendment ought to pass.
and I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye. I'll move ought to pass as amended.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Consent?
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Next on our list is Senate Bill 256, establishing a safety program for off-highway recreational vehicles. Is there a motion or discussion?
I'll make that motion.
Vote to pass.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Move consent?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Excuse me.
Oh.
There's an amendment, isn't there, Senator Ward? 01881S.
Have to find this thing here.
Peter.
256, okay.
Yeah, it's
say,
0181S. I've got a copy right here.
yeah.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It has to do with the date. 313, yes.
And if you do want to make copies for anybody else?
I have
Um,
copies.
Here. Oh, you have copies?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the date change?
Well, you're gonna see in just very shortly, you'll have it right in front of your eyes. And here they come, Denise.
Okay.
There they go. So just a slight wording change to 2025 is what that does, right? It's on page 2, line 12.
The date.
So it was 2024, goes to 2025. And then it looks like down a little bit further to E, the very bottom of the page 2. Goes to valid of 1 calendar year rather than 10 days.
Wasn't that the only issue, was the timing, I think?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll move the amendment ought to pass. Or do we have to reconsider our vote? I'll move to reconsider our vote.
Second.
I think we have to vote to reconsider.
And all those in favor to reconsider?
Aye.
Aye.
So I'll move 256 ought to pass,
Second,
and then we can move the amendment 181S.
second,
Okay. I'm looking to see if we're all in favor.
Aye.
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 And then Senator Ward, do you want to move ought to pass as amended?
I will move 256 ought to pass with amendment.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Consent?
Second?
All those in favor of consent?
Aye.
I'll take it out.
Okay, Senator Waters, Senator Ward. While we're in executive session, do any of the committee members want to discuss any of the other
So
bills?
where are we at on 258, Madam Chair? That's the, that little building over in Newington.
For the heritage, giving
Yeah,
them
and
258.
I mean, let me make a motion just because, so we can talk about it. I'll move out to pass.
I'll second that.
Well, you're just doing this for
Yeah,
the
for discussion.
conversation
Yeah,
purposes?
yeah.
Okay.
And, so, we've been, this is almost 5 years trying to do something about this building. It's of extraordinary historical significance. It's been left there, you know, unrepaired and deteriorating. And the Newington Historical folks have a really good plan to restore it. And, you know, there was some, we had a few years ago, and actually we put it in the 10-year highway plan that that the Department of Transportation could hand off this property because it's at the bridge abutment there. They're going to save a little piece, part of it that's next to the abutment because they need to do that for access. But that the rest of the property, and just enough so that there's enough road frontage to do some, you know, to get a driveway in there, that they could hand it off. Now, what's happened in the community is that the existing statute says it's got to go basically to municipality. Municipality has been back and forth on it. And they're afraid that if they say yes, they're gonna have to take on some financial responsibilities for managing or this, that, the other thing. The historical folks say, we'll do all that, we'll do it. So basically what this bill does is just basically makes an exception for this property that we can do this instead of giving it to municipality. So I really, I mean, I tell you, that property, I've been there many times. There's so much history around that area, and they can do something really interesting. There's federal coastal money now that they can get. So I hope we'll do it. It's a very local issue, right? I mean, it's like my boat ramp bill for Hilton Park this morning. You know, it's a very local issue, but.
Is there a chance, Madam Chair? can I-
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Is there a chance, Senator Waters, that this would set a precedence for the rest of the state to, and that we might find ourselves revisiting this with each and every town, or not that there's a historical piece in
Yeah,
every town, but
yeah.
I just want to make sure that we're careful. Where it's so local, does the state have to decide on it? Or should it be a local issue?
Well, thank you for the question. In some ways, it can't be a local issue entirely. And that's why it has on line 4. Here's the protection that we wrote here. The commissioner shows an exception is is an overall public interest based on these things. So this is the guardrail and the gatekeeper on it. And because of what we previously did in the 10-year highway plan, it's pretty darn clear it's for just this one property. Because the exception thing, you know, it's our responsibility for state property, not just to give it away. Right, but for this kind of thing, where there's really no economic possibilities for anything else there because of shoreland and all, that this is what we need to do to make it work for that one property.
Thank you.
So I think we're pretty good. You see, I mean, then look down to line 12. This is the boots and the belt and suspenders, except as provided in paragraph 1A. So you see how that kind of reasserts the economic, you know, not less than current value, et cetera, et cetera. So that reasserts that there and just saying, just in the 1A case. Clear enough or make sense or?
Does anyone else have any comments on this?
What was the, I saw there was just one opposition. I don't remember the opposition to this bill.
Look in the, thing here.
I don't believe that anybody testified in opposition. It was somebody who signed in
Oh, okay.
for opposition,
Thank
but I don't believe that there was any opposition testimony.
Beats me. Beats me, yeah. I mean, as I said, the only opposition I ever heard in all these years is that just the town council is just uncertain about it, whether this might create a liability for them somewhere down the road. And so that's why they'd rather have the Historical Society do it.
So, I really appreciate your sentiments on this and the feedback. I am not prepared to exec this
Fine,
today,
fine.
if that's okay. I
Yeah,
just
fine.
want to process it a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah,
glad
so
that
there we
this
are.
is the
Yeah,
time
yeah.
to
There's
discuss
no-
it.
no
and
need
give
to
food
vote
for-
today,
gi-
but
Give
there
it
it
food
is.
for thought. Would anyone else like to speak while we're in executive session on anything? Yes.
That was the one that was introduced. There was another one that was worked on, the auto dealers had one that worked, which became 313X, which changed. That dealt with like 6-1. Yeah, it changed the date to July 1.
That is the one that we adopted, 313.
Is the one? Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure. Thanks.
Yeah.
We all looked at each other.
Yeah. it's like-
Reconsidering once again.
This has been a really long day. I have to say, I testified to 5 bills. My head, today's been a really crazy running day. But I think we're there on everything. Senator Ward, do you have anything?
Except that I thought this bill was okay and we could vote on it, but I can't wait.
No, we did.
250, what is
The
it?
Newington building.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I kind of had my mind set on the, you know, so I just want to be certain, yeah.
Yeah, very good.
But yeah. Okay, anything else? Then we'll have a motion to move out of executive session
So moved.
and a motion to adjourn.
Second, I move, I second, I vote.
Okay,
Aye.
that concludes the Exec Committee for Transportation.